Wednesday, and I find it's hard to believe, but it's 2:30 in the afternoon. I've just had my breakfast, beans on toast, would you believe? That's the packet of four I got from Sainsbury's 2 days ago. Or was it yesterday? It must have been yesterday. And was it yesterday? It just seems like forever. And whilst I was eating beans on toast and drinking black coffee, I was watching the recently uploaded video, which took about 4.5 hours, I think. And it was using DaVinci Resolve, and it worked first time. I didn't use the 10,000 or 10 megabits per second, which is the safe. No, sorry, sorry, not 10. I do apologize. I meant I didn't use the 8 megabytes per second bitrate, which guarantees a first time export. I used 18 megabytes per second, but I didn't use high profile, I didn't use full data levels, and I set the I think it's called the GOP, something else in DaVinci Resolve, to 15, which is half of the maximum frame rate I use when I shoot, or 30. And I thought to myself, I had a feeling it would work, but I thought every time I turned around to look at the screen, I was expecting a screensaver. But no, first time it worked. I was really amazed. And yeah, what can I say? But I fell asleep last night on the sofa. I left it on the Sony Action channel. I remember there was some 1980s sort of romantic wartime film, Robert Mitchum, Deborah Carr, which was light, sentimental. It was lovely, you know, a lovely film. And then after that was a Jim Broadbent film with Paul Anderson from Peaky Blinders. One of the guys from Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. Nick Moran, I think. Or not Nick Moran, the other Nick. Oh, blast, I can't think of his name. Even if it is Nick, I think there were two Nicks, wasn't there? Nick, Jason, Dexter. Anyway, it was a cast of familiar British faces, some from the new wave British gangster scene, gangster movie scene. It was like a TV made film. It didn't have the pizzazz of a feature film, you know. You can tell by the music, and it was just slowly paced. It was just a TV film, I think. Found its way onto the Sony channel. I think Sony show their own films anyway. Anyway, that was on. That was on. I wasn't watching it. It was on in the background, set to mute, so I can edit away. But I left it on that channel, and then when I finished, I started watching Liar, but I was too tired. There were only 5 or 10 minutes left. I was beginning to nod off, so I stopped there and watched whatever was on. I can't even remember what I was watching. Oh, I can't think. That was it. I think I was watching YouTube. I know I was going through the movie channels, from channels 313 to 328. But I can't remember. I know I was pretty surprised to see what was on. It was really some classic films, but I can't recall. It wasn't too important enough. I was probably at that time of day, my battery just runs really flat. When I got up and it was around 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, the export had finished, had completed without any problems. So I just bleary eyed, I managed to upload it, and also had to create the thumbnail as well, which was and what with the 3D. Now that I've found the 3D effect I'm comfortable with, it's become routine now. Just messing around with the size and the tilt, and just trying to get it so it doesn't somewhere between the two titles. So once that was done and that was uploaded as well, I just left it, went to bed. I think it was going to take 25 minutes. So I set a timer for 40 minutes, so that includes the processing. And yeah, the timer went off, and the thing is, it was, in fact, when I went to bed, after I did the thumbnail, I could see the light filtering through the blind. It was that late. After the timer went off, I didn't turn off the laptop straight away. No. What I did was, I completed what I can on the mobile, on the YouTube app. That's what I did after the timer went off. Because when I got out finally, I forgot to turn off the laptop. I also forgot to turn off the central heating, so that's been on all night. But I didn't have the radiators on except for the one in the bathroom. So there you go. So that's yesterday. When I was editing yesterday, I realised that I didn't make a promise, but I said I would do something that didn't actually got filmed. And that was, well, in Monday's video, which went up, I've had to put a prologue, text saying I was going to explain why something happened in the previous video. I thought I'd filmed it and I hadn't, and I'm sure I did film. I remember seeing it. I'm getting confused with the camera's eye and my own eye, so I had to do a product that said, look, there isn't an explanation. I'll have to put it in words instead. So that was, in fact, that was the last thing I did before I did the export. So that again, that was probably around the time of the thumbnail. But wait a minute, before I kicked off the export, sorry. I just don't know what's right anymore. So now I've just put the dishes in the sink, and I'm about to put my shoes on and go for a drive. don't think I need anything actually. I think I'm okay. I've counted the number of slices of bread I have. And I've got enough for chili con carne later. I've got enough for a sandwich later. I've got enough for breakfast tomorrow. And I've got enough if I want marmalade on toast in between all that. So that's, I think I'm okay. But I will do a double check before I leave just in case. Simon tells me I have to pop into a superstore for something. Probably chili con carne actually. Right, I've put my shoes on, and I bet you're wondering, now that I've got two monitors, if you like, and I've done a test ride using one of the video editors, Shotcut. The question, I suppose, now is, now that I'm onto another video editor, what are the two screens like with DaVinci Resolve? Sorry, chewing gum. Well, because DaVinci is a big video editor. It's a real professional program. I'm not using the studio version, so I've got the full capability, but there is options where you can tell it there's another monitor, because you know, if you look at a video editing suite, you've got a bank of monitors like that, not one monitor but monitors, so it's designed for that. And it's quite intuitive, so I did find a couple of options. I have to say, well, the widescreen is the primary monitor, and there was some other options where it's saying have an extended monitor, i.e. the laptop, for everything else. So I tried it, and I wasn't happy with the stuff on the laptop, like the sound mixer and the media files and the effects menu. I wasn't happy with that. So what I've done was I don't use both screens for DaVinci Resolve. I just use the big screen for DaVinci Resolve, which is so much better, because, as I say, it's designed for big screen monitors, not laptop monitors, because I have to cram it all onto one screen, and it's, you're constantly moving, shifting the timeline across, because it's going off the timeline so quickly, and the viewers are quite small. So now on the big screen it's really good. Maybe I will use the laptop for DaVinci Resolve, but until I feel like if I go onto YouTube and see how others do it, then I'll get inspiration from that. But yes, DaVinci Resolve running on the, I think it's not the make of the TV is. I got it from Tesco. I think it had Tesco's own label on it. So on the widescreen TV, the DaVinci Resolve works as a delight. The sound is coming from the laptop, which I don't mind as long as I'm getting sound. But yeah, it's a thumbs up. I did have a problem when I had the two screens, laptop and widescreen, and when I tried to cancel one, I cancelled the widescreen, which had all the menu options, so I was stuck with some DaVinci screens where I couldn't close it. So I had to, shut down the laptop to do it. But that's just one little minor incident. So I thought I'd mention it now, in case you were wondering, because I know the other viewer likes to takes a particular detailed interest in my video editing activities. And I thought it was only fair that I bring it up now before I prolong the agony any longer. Right, I'm out of breath. I think it's because I've just had a big breakfast. Mind you, no, I'm not even going to go there. Right, back to the Batmobile. chewing gum. Yes, I stopped off at a store to get, laughingly, more beans. Couldn't get it. In fact, the rest of these aisles are getting emptier and emptier. There's practically nothing left in the baked beans aisle. But chili con carne, whew, a nice healthy box full. So I managed to get 2 or 3. 2, I think. Yes, I've been thinking about having a spread with the cheese when it comes to sandwiches. The sandwich spread, which has lost its appeal, so has sandwich pickle. It's just got sandwich pickle's got a funny aftertaste, and but it's the sweet pickle. The sandwich pickle, that's just very small cubes of what is it, beetroot or something, and that doesn't bode well in the palate. So I was thinking earlier, how about salsa, something spicy and like salsa. And then I thought, what about piccalilli? Piccalilli's quite spicy, if I recall, and it's pickled cauliflower, isn't it? So I thought, I'll have a look at salsa. If I can't see what I want, I'll get more cheese, or I'll make it a more cheesy sandwich. And instead of having 1 slice, I have 2, and then it's more cheesy, you know. So instead of when I did look at the salsa, I thought, but the thing with salsa is it's a dip. If you spread it, it's bound to drip out of the sandwich. But I thought I'd have a look anyway. Something else might catch my eye, and in a way it did. And it was mustard piccalilli. I thought mustard because it's spicy, piccalilli because I thought it was spicy, if I recalled. So I got myself a little jar of piccalilli, mustard piccalilli, and it's got chunky, I think it's got onions in it, and it's got beetroot, it's got one other thing. I could actually stretch over and get it, if you allow me 2 seconds. I said 10 seconds, didn't I? Not 2. It sounded like 2, but I said 10. Don't play it back, I did say 2. Here it is. Tangy and crunchy mustard piccalilli. Tagline, Pickalicious. And I read the back of it. This is what fascinated me. Mustard piccalilli with cauliflower, silver skin onions, not chunky onions, and gherkins with sugar and sweetener. So I thought, yeah, I spread this on my cheese, and I'll have that. But I've still got tomatoes, so I might have tomatoes as well. Tomatoes, cheese, and piccalilli. So I was thinking about it earlier, and I was sort of Googling the concept of a piccalilli cheese sandwich, or a salsa cheese sandwich, and I think you can have these in a grilled cheese sandwich in particular. Well, I don't even know if you can have it without grilled cheese, unless it's that becomes a ploughman's lunch then. So there you go. Mustard piccalilli. And the time, sorry about this. Well, according to that, it's 5 o'clock on the dot. So, the plan now is to unpack the shopping and then pour myself a pint of pink grapefruit juice, sit down at the desk and start editing for 2 hours on yesterday's video. And when the 2 hours is up, it's a case of yabba dabba doo, because it's not home time, it's lunchtime, at tea time. And of course it's the 3 C's. C cubed, chili con carne, for the uninitiated. So that's the plan. It's the usual routine. It's a bit like Groundhog Day, with slight, with different nuances and things like that. Right, and that's it really. It is looking drastic in the superstores, and I'm getting to a point where I'm thinking, when I can't get anything, I just have to rely on takeouts. You know, what can you do? And collect all the tissue. I'm not throwing away the tissue paper. I've got toilet rolls, about, well, enough. And I've got, I think, 3 spare kitchen rolls. I've got a kitchen roll that I haven't really, started. Well, I have started, but I haven't. There's still lots of it. So there's always toilet roll substitutes. And if that goes, then I'm not throwing away the tissues. I'll just pile them up, and they might come in case of emergencies. Right, so now I'm going to carry on taking off my shoes, empty out my pockets, unpack the shopping, pour myself a pint of pink grapefruit juice, and edit for 2 hours. Thoughts? That's interesting to know. So that's it, I'm going to watch this. I didn't watch live yesterday, so I'll probably watch that when I'm having chili con carne later. So after I've watched the video, I'm going to go for the dash cam, the drive. I'm going to stop off at a superstore. I need to stock up on, I've got 2 chili con carne, so, well, if I'm in a supermarket, I might as well make it 3 cans, so I'll get 1 can of chili con carne. Try and get 3 cans of beans. I know it's ridiculous, because there's panic buying on beans, basic beans. In fact, basic beans, the stores own beans. Actually, there are some files I couldn't delete earlier. Now that everything is closed. Hey, done.